There's one strategy for pocket option that's increasing in popularity, and that's the Pink Lady strategy. This is where you take trades when the price breaks out of the fractal chaos bands. Now, this is an indicator inside of pocket option. If you come up to the indicators menu, you'll find it right here. It says fractal chaos bands. Now, we do have the fractal indicator, but you want to select this one specifically that says chaos bands after it. And this is the trick right here. So as soon as you select that, it might look a little bit different than what you see on my chart. But what you want to do is click on the little pencil icon next to the name, and you're going to want to edit and change some settings. So right here where it says period on the inputs, you want to change this from 2 to 3, okay? And then over on the styles, you want to make these all pink. Now, one of the members inside of our private VIP group came up with this strategy, and he originally had all of the colors pink. So therefore, we just called it the Pink Lady. So that's where the name comes from. Now, do you have to use pink? Maybe not, but I like to use pink because it just coincides with the name, and it just makes everything very balanced with the colors and everything. And it also looks good for the video. So let's go ahead and just keep it on pink. So I'll go ahead and save that. Now, before you start trading with this, you want to make sure that you do have your chart set up properly. So what you're going to do over here on the chart settings, make sure you're using Heiken Ashi or Heiken Ashi candles. And so just go ahead and select that right here. And then for the time frame, you're going to want to use 30 seconds. So each candle represents 30 seconds on the chart. Now, all these other settings, these are how I have my settings. I'm not using the automated scrolling feature. I have that disabled. Now, for the expiry or the duration of how long the trade will last, you can come over here to the expiry input. And right now, I have mine on 5 seconds. So that's exactly what you want. You want a 30-second time frame, okay, Heiken Ashi candles, and then you want the expiry to be 5 seconds, or just go ahead and select S5. Now, once you have all that set up, it should look exactly like you see on the chart. So let me show you how this works. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple to understand. I'm going to grab my little handy little drawing tool up here, and I'll just select the pencil here. But you can see right when these candles break out of the bands, it just starts to fall, right? Of course, if these are red candles, it just starts to dump down. You can see that happening right here. As soon as that breaks out, look at that right there. And now going the other way, so if these are green candles, if you have a nice pump in the market, or you have an upward trend or something like that, you want to keep an eye on the chart, and just make sure that you're waiting for that price to break out of that fractal. So just like you see here, as soon as it breaks out, you kind of want to hop on the bandwagon, so to speak. And so you guys can catch that run up after that breakout. So that's what we're going to be doing on this video. We're going to be taking trades based on that. Now, we're using the 30-second time frame. You can use the 1-minute time frame, but it's going to take a little bit longer to find a proper trading setup. So I've decreased this down to 30 seconds, but that's a pretty good sweet spot. And I've had videos before regarding the Pink Lady strategy, and I've traded with a 30-second time frame, and the trades worked out just fine. So we really don't know what to expect. Again, guys, it's not always about the strategy. It is about the marketing conditions. So when I come on here and sit down to make a video, you just really never know. I don't really know what to expect. There's only two things that can happen. The price can either go up or down. We're also working with a 5-second expiry, so that's pretty fast. So anything could happen within that 5 seconds. But what you can do is just keep the charts open like this, and you'll want to make sure or look for these candles preferably something that's closing near or outside of the fractal chaos bands. Okay, so you can wait for that. This is a great example right here. So we're just kind of watching this. Oh, there you go. So it's expanding and breaking out of the fractal. Look at that. And then preferably wait for a pullback into that Heikanashi candle, almost like a slingshot. You want to pull back, and then that would be a great time to enter. It's going to be fast, guys. Everything is, everything's going to go through here pretty fast. Now, before we start trading, right, you got to have a strategy. You set your chart up, right? You got to have some funds inside a pocket option. And then we must have some money management to follow. Now, for me, I'm using real money inside a pocket option. I always show you guys this. Here's the demo account. Here's the real money right here. Okay, so it's real cash. It's my money. This is 100%. This is not with the bonus or anything like that. I actually have $3,180 in here. Okay, so if I lose that, I've lost money. Okay, now normally we try to come out in profit after each and every video that we do. By the end of the video, my goal is to come out with more money than I started with. And you guys can watch and experience that. Now, the way that I trade and what I use for my money management is I use the Wealth Warriors Trade Manager. Now, this is a highly advanced trade manager that we provide that's available inside of our VIP group. We have students and members that are learning how to trade binary options, and they use this. And this allows you to win even if you have some losses. So it's very powerful. There's a very highly sophisticated algorithm behind this. And so we're going to be using this throughout this video. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just reset everything here and get ready so we can start a new trading session. Not going to go into too many details on how this works, but it is fully customizable. You can control your risk levels and how conservative you want your trading and money management to be. All of that is very flexible and customizable, setting the different options on the trade manager. So now what we're going to do is make sure that the balance that we have inside a pocket option is the same as what we have in the trade manager. So 3180.42, and that matches up perfectly. So the trade manager has a way to make sure that it matches as close as possible with the balance that you have in pocket option. This helps you to compound your account over time. So that's what that's for. Now, the great thing about this is that it gives you the trade amounts for you, so you don't have to guess about that. So the first trade amount is 221. And let's go back over here. Now, I will enter that amount, whatever the trade manager gives me, I will enter that into the amount box in pocket options. So that's 221, just like that. So I will enter that in. Go ahead and, yep, that's right. So 221. And then and I'll make sure that the chart's set up correctly for this strategy. And look at that. We had a breakout right there, guys. Pretty good. Now, this is not going to happen all the time. There's going to be moments where you're going to have rejections. You're going to have the price reverse on you. It's normal. It's going to happen. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to have a strategy that's going to win 100% of the time. Okay. So just want to put that out there. There's no guarantees or anything when it comes to trading. Any kind of trading, guys. Anything. Any style of trading or any strategy that's out there. But look at this. I mean, if you go back and you watch and you look, this is happening very frequently. So what we can do is we have the trade amount entered in. So then at this point, all we do is we can browse through the different currencies. So I'm using currencies. We would just click through and go through the different currency pairs, right? And just click and just find something where we are getting close to a proper trading setup. Now you're going to have charts that they're just going to look like this, where you absolutely have it's just kind of doing the same thing. You've got a lot of long wicks and things like that. It doesn't look like we're going to get a proper setup with this chart? Well, in that case, just skip that and move on to something else, okay? So this is the part. It's going to take a little bit more time from you to, you can wait through here. I mean, look at this right here. You do have breakouts, but the price also reverses. So you really want to catch on to those trades as fast as possible before they reverse. And so let's just, that already kind of played out. So what I'll do is just keep clicking through here. Look at that one right there. Perfect. Nice. You may be able to get away with using a longer expiry time, maybe something around 10 seconds or even maybe something around 30 seconds. That would be something for you to experiment with. However, the strategy was originally developed with a 5-second expiry. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick with that. So you can wait this out. So if you see the price approaching the fractal chaos like it is right here, you can sit this out and you can wait for it if you want to. This is what I do if I'm doing this strategy. So I'll just go ahead and we can wait this out just for a second. We got another 25 seconds, 20 seconds on this candle. But it looks like it's hitting a little bit of resistance there. So I will go ahead and find another chart. So what I'm going to do, just to speed up this process and everything, I'm going to go through these charts, but I'm going to pause the video. And when I find something, I'll come back and we'll take the trade. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, so here we go. This looks like it's recently breaked out. And if I can get a good enough pullback on that Heikin-Ashi candle, I'll go ahead and enter. But it looks like it's pretty aggressive. Let's go ahead and enter. There we go. So one more second to go. Wow. So that was a good trade. I just want to say they're not all going to work out that way. So what do you do if you have a win? What you're going to do is come over to the trade manager and you're going to mark this trade with the W. If you're using the trade manager, if you're not, whatever management system or strategy that you're using, whatever that is. But for me, what I'll do is mark that with a W and then click on the new session button. And that will update my initial capital here to match the capital that I have inside of Pocket Option. Let's go ahead and see. And yes, so that's matching up great. And that marks one session completed. So we've already done one session. I must win 1 out of 10 trades. Now, the first trade amount, let's go ahead and start another session. So 221 again. So it's the exact same amount. And let's see if we can quickly find something here that we can trade. Looks like something's happening right here. Look at this. Ooh, nice. If I get a little bit of a pullback there, I may go ahead and enter. Maybe we can get some losses here just to kind of, ooh, that looks interesting. If we get some losses here, then we can go ahead and share, what, there you go, perfect example. If you do have a loss, you would just mark this with an L. And then the trade manager will give you the trade amount for the next one, which is 461. Let's go ahead and put that in here. Great. And you could take possibly another trade on the same chart. Not entirely recommended, but you never know. If you missed that first one, you might be able to get the next one. And we didn't. So we will mark that next one with an L as well. And we've got 962. So let's go ahead and put that in here. But you can see, even though it kicked me out, I barely got that. You can see it's still moving to the downside. Look at that. So it looks like for this strategy, and I'm not all about tweaking strategies that are already established and all that, but it looks like you could probably get away with using a higher expiry time or higher duration. And this is something that I would just experiment with, maybe possibly on a demo account or something like that. Because, whatever you feel that's giving you a better edge with your trading, you can just tweak that duration, however you see fit. So let's change up the chart here. You can see that's already broken out just fine, just like we explained, even though we did have a couple losses. But let's come through here. Looks like this is trying to break out, but it looks like it may have already played out. And yeah, I definitely don't want to get into that. So, and I'll just go through here and look for another setup. And the goal here, guys, is to end the video in profit, right? We want to end the video with more money than we started, right? I think that's the goal for a lot of you. But there you go. There's another L. So we've got 3 L's here. So a little bit of a losing streak. The last couple days have been a little crazy on the YouTube channel. You know, we do have those losing streaks, and they're going to happen. And sometimes I'm glad they happen, because that way you guys can see that they do happen for me, even for some guy making YouTube videos. I'm not showing all wins. So that's just not what we do. We try to keep it very transparent here. So 2008. So then I will enter in this amount right here. So 2008. All right, let's get some good trades in here, guys. Let's get some better. They're good trades. I would say they're okay. But I'm just gonna try to find something here. Oh, we have a potential setup if this continues down. Maybe we can wait a little bit longer before we, you know, while we're getting that breakout there. We've got 7 more seconds. And looks like it's trying, but it may not. Oh, there we go. That looks nice. So we do have a possibility. And just go ahead and get a quick entry. Wow. So we got another L, guys. Showing everything on the channel. Real money, guys, right? Now, some of you might be a little bit nervous. Maybe the strategy might look like it doesn't work. You just have to tweak it. This is not a strategy that I do every day. I'm presenting you a strategy that I don't normally use. I use a different strategy. But some of you have mentioned you want to see more about the pink lady, and this is what it is. And this is what it's all about. So 41.90. Let's go back here. And let's just keep on going here. So, all right, let's go through. And let's find another entry point. Looks like we might have something right here. We've got 15 more seconds on this, but this chart's not moving that much. And we're just going to need a little bit more push to the upside. There we go. Ooh, I'm a little late on that. I need a little bit more. Wow, so we've got another one. It looks like it's still going up there. 87.43. So let's go ahead and enter that in. It's okay, guys. Don't get scared. Don't get don't get nervous. We do this all the time on this channel. So, but it looks like that's kind of breaking out. But I don't normally like to go with the past results. But I'm just going to probably change the chart and find something else here. This looks pretty good. If I can get a pullback. This looks like it's breaking out. And I've got 7 more seconds to go. Maybe we can show how we can get through a losing streak here. Had my trade amount limit turned on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off for a second. There we go. And we got about 1 more second to go. And that is another L. So we've got another one, guys. 182.47. I don't know. Do you guys like the strategy? Because, you know, it may not be a strategy that you want to do. I promised you guys I would share this strategy on the YouTube channel. If you guys see me blow my account or something, hey, it is what it is. So we've been doing pretty well so far for quite some time, but you know, you never know. Things can happen, but that's what it's all about, right? That's the business. Look at that right there. This looks pretty interesting. Let me go ahead and enter, and Another L. Wow. 380.81. And I will change the chart. And let's see what's going on here, guys. So far, it hasn't been really working out that great. Looks like we might have, if I can get a pullback on that, then I'll probably go ahead and, whoops. There we go. That kind of already took off. Look at that, just broke right out of that chaos. I would say I would definitely experiment with a longer expiry time on this. And getting a little bit of a pushback there on that. Let's go ahead and enter. So that's 380.81. One more second. There we go. So we did have a win, but guys, that was a pretty long losing streak there. Let's go ahead and mark this with a W and click on New Session. Wow. So that was a little crazy. That I haven't seen a losing streak like that in quite a while on my videos. You know, we've had 6 or 7, but like 8 or 7 in a row, 8 in a row can happen. But so I don't know. You guys be the judge. If you've watched my other videos, we talk about the Fast 5 strategy. We talk about the 3-bar strike. I would say I'm way more comfortable trading those other strategies than trading the Pink Lady. And because this is just not something that I'm very familiar with, and I don't normally trade with Heikin-Ashi candles. But you can see with the trade manager has completely saved our butts. I mean, if I wasn't using any management, I would probably find myself going into like a downward spiral or like a rabbit hole or whatever of trying to recoup my losses, and would probably have much bigger losses because most traders out there are trading with too much, more than 2 or 3% of their account. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. We've had some better results on other videos where I made the Pink Lady strategy. I think I have a couple other videos talking about this strategy, but I want to keep it real, and I want you guys to see kind of like behind the scenes with me and my thought process, or my thought process when I'm approaching this. And would I continue trading this strategy? Maybe not. It would have to take a lot more time and development and a lot more experience with several hours to get myself where I'm comfortable like I am with my other strategies. And so for me, it's best to just stick with the strategy that you know and not switch around, because this is a great example of what happens when you do hop around or do strategy hopping. But yeah, so because some of you guys, you're having some losses and stuff like that, and I want to share with you what actually happens. And before, let's do another run here, 221. Let's do this again. It's keeping it real. And if I get a pullback, that looks pretty good. Give me a little bit. Come on, pocket option. We're also using OTC, so let's go ahead and give it a whirl. Okay, so let's go ahead and mark this with an L. And we got 461. And I will turn on the trade amount limit. I'll put this up to 100 right now. And so 461. And let's see if we can get a little bit more of a pullback there and see if we get a little bit of a push. We're going to need a little bit more. Come on, pocket option. Yeah. Those Heikin-Ashis are really tricky, guys. Let's go ahead and we'll mark it with an L. Get the next trade amount, which is 963. And you can see that that's starting to reject there. We've got the wick on the bottom of that candle. So I am not going to, definitely showing signs of weakness. So I will change the chart. Whew, man, I tell you. trading is a tough game. It really is. And let me just, so it really all comes down to how you guys are managing your funds and everything, because without that, even with a bad strategy, sometimes you can still come out in profit and still recoup your losses. 2009. Try to make sure that number is correct. So I would definitely need more practice with this strategy. Definitely. Not something that I would do with real money like I'm doing. Don't do what I do, guys. Okay, so use the demo account. I use real money because you guys, you want to see the real cash and everything. That's fine. I get it. But, you may want to think about using the demo account, because the way this is looking so far, let me go ahead and mark that. 41.92. And the past, the past results of this strategy do not equal the future results. So, if you see something like this, it doesn't mean it's going to happen all the time. It does happen, but it's not guaranteed, guys. There's no guarantees with this at all. So 17.16, and let me see if, okay. If we get a little bit more push down, wow. So, yeah. Let me go ahead and mark this. We've got another losing streak, 87.49. Thank God we're using the trade manager today. So we need another push down there. Wow. It's just not our day, guys. Not our day with this strategy. It's a little bit risky. 182.59. 182.59. Great. And it looks like it could be getting weaker. There it is. It's getting weaker, and probably going to see the little wick happen at the top maybe. Yeah, look at that. There it is, right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Doing my best here for the experience that I have with this strategy, which is not a lot, but it is discussed among members, and also some of you have mentioned it in the comments that you're seeing great success with it. And maybe I can get there we go. And one more second on that, and there it is. Okay. So what is the final verdict? Well, we've came out in profit, 31.86.51, but with the Pink Lady strategy, guys, this is going to have to be something you're going to have to practice, because right out of the box, you may not see great results with this strategy. We've got other strategies on the channel, the Fast 5 strategy. As a matter of fact, the 2 videos before this video on my channel, go check them out. We've got the 3-bar strike, which I think gets way better results than this. And also my favorite go-to house strategy, which is a Fast 5. That's my favorite. That's what I'm used to. That's the strategy that I use the most. But the Pink Lady, it's a cool name. It looks cool. It makes sense. It looks good on paper. But I think for this strategy, you're going to have to use longer expiry times. For something like this, I would say even 30 seconds. That would be something that you could experiment with. Okay? And if you guys want to protect yourself as much as possible and get something like the Trade Manager, of course, I'll leave a link down below. We do have a VIP group. This is actually a membership website where you guys can get access to all of my cutting edge tools for trading, helping you and just making sure that, you are making the most that you can make. But if you do have a situation where you do have multiple consecutive losses, these tools help you to get out of that and recoup that as much as possible, but it's still risky. And I just want to put out there that this space and this whole world of binary options is super risky. Most people lose money when it comes to trading. I know a lot of you guys already know that, so just keep that in mind. We have hours of exclusive video training for you that will explain how all these spreadsheets work. So a lot of you guys ask me, Mark, can I just have the spreadsheet? Well, if I gave you the spreadsheet, if I only gave you the spreadsheet, you would be very confused on how to use it. So what we've done is we're offering the spreadsheet with an entire package of video training to show you exactly how to do it. And we also have some other strategies inside of the private group that you can watch. But all the instructions are by watching videos. There's no manuals to read or anything like that. We've got over 1,800 members, and many of the members inside of our group were never profitable until now, until they started using tools, until they started having proper money management. They've really found trading really frustrating. And so we've had a lot of new members come into the group, seeing great success right from the get-go. Again, not all guaranteed, and results are not typical, of course. But we do have members seeing extraordinary results, and they're very happy with the different products that we have. So all this is over there on the website. If you guys want to go over there and check it out, Pink Lady, you guys be the judge. I'll let you decide. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I wish you all the best of success, and we'll see you on the next video. Have a wonderful day. Take care.